So what we have is the situation, the foundation, and it could also be what led to the situation, what is blocking you, what is unknown to you at this time, and then what is recommended, what the angels are recommending you do this month in order to, to move forward. Now, you do have one major arcana. The majors, those are big things in life. They're huge. They are fated. They're destined. They are things that, are going to happen, and they're out of our control. Now, when it comes to the minors, nice thing is you only have one of those. The other three are minor pip cards, minor arcana cards. So with those, you do have more control, which is a good thing. That means you can turn things around. You can shift things. It's all in your actions and the steps that you take. But in the center, your situation is a major arcana. It is release. And in traditional tarot, this would be the death card. And at the bottom, it says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. And this really is all about letting the past go, letting someone go in order to move forward, because that person or that situation is holding us back. They're keeping us stuck. And, for some of you, you've had a hard time letting them go, letting that situation go. And it's really been sucking your joy and your happiness out, because a lot of you are really stressed about what you're going through right now. It's been very, very challenging. But by releasing that person, releasing that situation, you will be able to move forward. You'll be able to find your happiness again. You'll be able to bring joy back in. So it is by releasing, letting go, you will be able to have new opportunities come in. But right now you're not seeing new opportunities because you're really stuck with this. And for some of you, it's a legal battle for some of you. Okay. Yeah. So some of you are going through some legal battles. You could be going through a divorce. As the foundation, you have Ace of Autumn. At the bottom, it says a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. And in traditional tarot, this would be coins. Actually, you have two cards that are coins, which is money, finances, stability. But this is all about, a gift, an unexpected windfall of money, resources that help you pursue your dreams, help bring your dreams to life, bring them to fruition. And it can be money. It can also be like assistance. Maybe someone helps and provides free business assistance. They help put a business plan together. But it also speaks about, using those resources, using that investment, using your money wisely, making wise investments. Because by making wise investments, it can lead to a very successful venture, successful beginning. And also, giving our resources in such to gifting them to someone that is going to value them. For some of you, it's because, again, this is what has led to this. Why would you release somebody that's giving you money, that's helping you out? But I get for some of you, you invested in someone, in something, in their business plan. It could be even you invested in home or property with them. Maybe you start a real estate business with them. But you invested in them. You invested your money in them, and it was not a wise decision. But for many of you, you invested in it because many of you, it was because of love. So you love this person, you cared for this person, you thought, okay, this is a good investment. But now it's put you in a bad position. Now you're down on your luck. And for some of you, now things are also like you're out of control, they're out of control, your emotions are out of control, you're not in balance. Because for some of you, you're going through some heated arguments. For some of you, you are going through some legal battle. You're going through the court system right now, you're waiting a decision, a determination. You're waiting to see if fortune is going to go in your favor or not. They've got these little fortune cookies on these scales. You're wondering if it's going to go in your favor or their favor. And you're really worried about it. because you're looking back and you're realizing, oh my gosh, this was a really bad idea. I didn't think this one through. What's blocking you is 6 of Autumn. And at the bottom it says, the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. And this card, it's all about sharing the success that we have, sharing our resources. You know, heaven's blessed us. We have the opportunity to bless and help others. But it's also not blessing, helping others by just giving them money, but also volunteering our time, assisting them, mentoring them, guiding them. But, you know, brings things into balance. But also doing things honest from the right place, balancing that giving and receiving. In the Gilded? Yes. In the Gilded Tarot, there's a picture of this rich man. He has his hand out the window and he's just handing out coins. But he's handing them out haphazardly. He's not paying attention to who he's throwing his money at. He's just throwing his money around. Not wise. Not a wise choice. Not a wise decision. Because he's not thinking it through. So for some of you, what is blocking you? For some of you, what's blocking you is trying to recover your cash, the money that you invested. For some of you, the other thing that's blocking you is the person that you're making the investments with. Because there is a heartfelt connection with that person, you want to continue to keep helping them. But that's what's blocking you. You need to stop helping them. You need to shut off the faucet because that is not a wise choice. They're saying for some of you, you're wasting your resources. You're wasting your money. You know, down here, if someone doesn't value what you're giving them, it's like it's not valued. It's not appreciated. It's as though you're just throwing it out the window. Because it's not a wise choice. It's not a wise investment. And you're making it, again, for some of you that are making this investment, you're making it because you're coming from the right place in your heart. You care about this person. You love this person. You want them to succeed. You want to help them out. You want to invest in their business. Some of you even think that, okay, well, I'm going to invest in this and it's going to turn into something that's going to help benefit us down the road. You know, it's going to help us build equity so we can, you know, use that toward our own home. Your intentions are from the right place. Their intentions are not from the right place. Now, what's unknown to you is you have the King of Summer. Honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the hurt, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. Now, this king, he's someone, you know, you can completely trust. You can totally count on them. He's all about love. This would be cups in traditional tarot. He's King of Cups, love, emotions, very compassionate, will listen to your fears, your worries, and he will provide insight. He will provide assistance and emotional assistance. He has a very rich inner life. He is well-rounded. He's also very spiritually well-rounded. You see, he's got that fish, which represents Christianity. He's got the fish around his neck. Very spiritual. He's a humanitarian. He's very chivalrous. He is very good with love and relationships. I mean, he's a person that commits. He's intense. He has been through a lot to become the king. But he's all about love. Like if you look underneath his feet here, he's standing in a bed of roses, and those signify true love. Being able to trust him, that he's honorable, he's coming from a genuine place. But you see how he kind of looks mad? He's kind of angry, like his defenses are up. He's ready to do battle. He's holding on to that staff, and there's like these spikes at the end of it. like he's ready to do battle. He's had enough. Because sometimes, you know, if we're the king, or we can be the queen of cups, again, if we're always giving and we're not receiving and things are not balanced, eventually we will get to the point that we've had enough. We can't take this anymore, because people who are givers, they love to give, but they also need to receive. But people that like to receive, sometimes that's all they want to do. They want to be the takers. So for some of you, this relationship, you've been with a taker. They are happy to take, but they are not happy to give. And some of you are just fed up with it. And some of you, that's why there has been contention and strife, because, you know, when things are missing. So say there's a relationship, and, you know, or a partnership, and it's founded on love, and one person's giving from a genuine place in their heart, giving. The other person, their intentions are not pure. They're happy to receive. Eventually what happens is the person that's giving from the right place is going to become very angry and resentful, and they're going to feel used and unappreciated. And they're going to up and leave that behind. And that's what's unknown to some of you. That this dynamic, it is about to end. For some of you, it will end in September. And some of you, it is that you are indeed in the court system. So you could be going through a divorce. You could be going through breaking up business. You could also just be going through, hey, I'm suing, you know, her or him because they rip me off all the time. But for some of you, you're going to receive the adjudication, the information, the resolution, the decision in the month of September. It's been a long time coming, but it's almost like you've been waiting and hoping and praying and wondering how this is going to turn out. Is it going to be in your favor? Is it going to be balanced? And all of a sudden, bam, unexpectedly, you're going to receive that information. But what that is going to do I get for many of you, that's going to free you up from this person so you can have a new relationship. So for some of you, you're the king and you have been investing in a woman. Change the sexes accordingly if it sounds like you're sore, but you're the king, you've been investing in this woman. What's blocking you is you keep wanting to help her, you keep wanting to assist her, but you need to let her go. But you keep trying, and you're going to finally come to the point this month that you're going to realize, okay, enough's enough. I've had it. This is not fair. This is not balanced. I'm ready for this to be done and over. And you'll end it, and you'll be able to move forward. And then you will find a romantic partner that you can trust, that you can count on, that is genuine, that is coming from the right place. So that when you invest in them, they're investing in you as well. It's mutually beneficial. It's not one-sided. This has been one-sided. Now, as far as what they are recommending that you do, and we'll come back and put a couple clarifiers on that here in a second. You have Jesus. And at the bottom it says, I pray for Jesus's help and guidance with this situation. Now, Jesus, he's like the ultimate helper. He's all about love, unconditional love. He can help you with this situation. Now, they're not saying heal the situation, because so for those of you that this is a romantic partnership, it does need to end. It's time for it to end. For those of you that it was investing in like a business partner, it is time for it to end. But he can help heal your heart. He can help heal you and help you let go. Because for some of you, you know, you're the king. You're all about love. You're like, oh, I love her. I'm going to keep giving her money, keep investing in her. That's what's blocking you. What's blocking you is you just keep trying to help. You're like that rich man throwing money out the window, not paying any attention to who's collecting the coins. Which is interesting, because even in this card, you've got this house and this window, and these fairies are all holding like coins that are all glittery. It's kind of like your hands out, just throwing money away because you want to help. So the thing that's in you that needs to be healed is that you need to see the truth. You need to see that this is not benefiting you. Because what's blocking you is you need to stop giving to this person. It's time to release them. It's time to stop this. It's not a wise choice. It's not a wise decision. It's not going to bring you a queen of summer who you can have a life with. Because for some of you, it's like you're investing in this woman, in this person, because you're like, okay, that's what's going to help bring us together. That's going to bring us into, being a king and queen together. We're going to have this foundation, this family, this home. We're going to build this together. But that is not how this is going to end up. They'll just continue taking from you. But Jesus will help you realize that. Ask for his help. Ask to see the truth. Ask that he also helps free you from this. Because some of you, you're having a very tough inner battle, inner struggle of trying to let go. But the time has come. Now the next card we have is to be fair. And for some of you, this is a marriage that's ending. She's in this white dress gown, kind of looks like a wedding gown. So some of you are going through a divorce, but this is all about balance and justice and mutual benefit and the law of cause and effect. It's really talking about looking at our options. It's really about coming into truly a place of balance. See how she's juggling those scales. It's also about being wise. There's that owl that's on top of her head. It's about knowing the difference between doing and being, giving and receiving. Knowing when to love someone, knowing when to let someone go. It's also about reaping what you sow, because for every action, there will be a reaction. For every cause, there's an effect. But it's also being fair in relationship, fair in the divorce, fair in the way assets are split. Because some of you are very concerned. So for some of you, you've really invested heavily. You've got this fortune cookie and this egg. So you kept investing, hoping to have this new beginning. You've invested a fortune. Some of you are afraid that, okay, in this disillusion, this divorce, this splitting up, I'm going to be robbed of my fortune. But things will be balanced. They will be fair. Now, for those of you that have been takers the whole time, which I don't think that's many of you that are listening to this, but if you are the person that's been the taker, we do reap what we sow. So there is going to be some balance. It's going to be coming out in September. So if you've been taking from this king the whole time, the king is going to be receiving what's due to him. And for many of you, it is going to happen in the month of September. So I do get for a number of you, see, she's all dressed in her finery. I do get that she kept wanting money, wanting investments to care for herself. Keep that lifestyle. Keep that finery. Which is fine, because if you're in a relationship with someone and you both have money and you're both investing in each other, or maybe a man's investing because, oh my gosh, I'm so in love, but she's investing in him, taking care of him because, oh my gosh, she's so in love with him. It's different ways of investing. It's money versus caring, doing, but it balances. Regardless of what you're giving, time, money, resources, effort, as long as both parties are giving, then it's balanced. But this is not balanced. You have one party that is giving so much more than the other party. And what is going to happen this month is things are going to come into balance. Things are going to be fair. For some, you are going to be receiving a judgment, a decision. That is finally going to end this, so that everyone can move forward. Now, both parties on both sides are really worried about how this is going to shake out, especially if you're in the court systems. You have prayer will help this situation. And at the bottom it says, Dear God and Archangel Michael, and anyone else whom you pray, such as Jesus. Again, back to ask him for help. I ask for your divine intervention. Describe the situation. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me in this situation quickly. Thank you and amen. So ask for help. A lot of you are very stressed. You're worried. You're fretting. You don't know how this is going to turn out. Pray. Ask for God's help. Ask for Jesus' help. Ask for the angels' help. Again, always remember the angels cannot help you unless you ask for their help, because we do have free will. They're not going to step in unless you ask for them to step in and help. So do that. This is the time. You're at that point, Taurus, you need to ask for their help, because you are in the 11th hour of this culminating. And those of you that this is in the court system, you're waiting on adjudication, decision, determination to come your way. You want it to be fair. So in order for it to be fair, start setting up those prayers. Start asking for some help. And turn over those worries and fears, because a lot of you are just so stressed. This will alleviate your stress as well. They'll be able to take that for you. Okay, let's pull a couple quick clarifiers. We'll start with release. Okay, so we have the Ladro, and this is the thief, loss of goods, loss of money, having things stolen, being robbed, someone tricking us, taking from us. We have the La Agria, and this is, you know, celebration, but it's celebration, cheerfulness between friends and family. It's not there's a second happiness card, and it's the happiness of the heart, which is happiness about love. This is not love. Celebration, drinking, they're partying. Then you have the Il Delirante. Hopefully you can see that. This is the delirious. It's stupid actions, foolish behavior. Yeah, so what led to this needing to be released? You were investing money. So you were investing money. It seemed like it was a good investment. It was something to celebrate. But it was really, someone was just, yeah, these are energies. Someone was just robbing you. They were just using you. They were using you to get money, to get finances. And you've now come to the realization that that was not a wise choice. And for some of you, you realize that was a really bad choice, and now you're drunk like, oh my gosh, how did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh my gosh, how do I undo this? How do I fix this? But it was not a wise choice. It was not a wise investment. So now it's time to end that relationship, end that partnership. Let them go. Now, let's do the Six of Autumn. Yep. That other happiness card that I was talking about, that's the happiness of the heart. You have that right here. And then you have the La Donna di Servizio. And this is the maid, the helper, the woman who runs errands, who assists you. She does housework. And then you have the Disgrazia. And this is misfortune. This is really about things coming completely down, like in a total destructive event, just totally destructive manner. And this is again on the card as to what is blocking you. Six of Autumn, what's blocking you? What's blocking you from releasing? What's blocking you from letting go? What's blocking most of you is you do have a love connection to this person. So whether it's you invested in their business, whether you invested in building a life and a foundation with them, whether you invested in their ideas to, oh, let's go buy some property together, you did it from a place of love. Your intentions were pure. You wanted to help her. You wanted to be the helper. And that's why you're stuck, because for some of you, you're still being called in to help, to assist. And that's why you won't call it quits, because for some of you, you still think that there's hope. Like, okay, maybe if I help out one more time, this will turn around. It'll be the love of a lifetime. You know, my other half, it's going to be great and beautiful. But it's not. It's not a wise choice. And again, because the Six of Autumn, this is about making unwise choices, throwing your money and resources away to things that you should not be investing in, you should not be putting money in. That's what's blocking you. You continue to give this person money. They know that you want to help. They know that you want to assist them. That's how they are able to get you to come to their aid. For some, it's like they are so happy because they know that the second they call, help me, and they raise the white flag, I need your help, you come running to them. You're coming from a place that's pure and of a good heart, because you're coming hoping it's going to turn into love. But their intentions are not in the same place. They are just robbing you of your money. They just get the things. So for some of you that are in the situation, know that you're in the situation, because when you rush in and you help this person, you give them money, you help them out financially, medically, whatever it is that they need help with. You rush in to help them, and then bam, they're done with you until they need you again. That's why you're stuck. You are still torn, even though you're starting to see that this is foolish. You're starting to see that you have the short end of the stick. You still have this glimmer of hope that just maybe this time it's going to work. Well, they're about to burn that down. Because your divine team, God, Jesus, the angels, they have seen this going on for far too long. They want you to be in a relationship with someone where it's requited love, where it's mutual respect, where it's balanced, where you are both giving to one another. So they're going to tear this down, because eventually what happens is, we'll get a divine push. God keeps trying to make us make a change. Keeps trying to get us to walk away, let go, and we just keep ignoring it, and we keep ignoring it, and we keep ignoring it. Well, the intensity just keeps getting up, and it increases and increases and increases to the point that it's kind of like boiling over. Like we are in the lowest point of our life. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Well, it's because the core issue for those of you in this situation is because you need to let this person go. They're forcing and pushing you. Yes, we have free will. But in some situations like this is fated. It's fated for you to let this person go, because this is bad for you. This is not good. This was just to be a lesson. And when we're not learning our lessons, eventually God gets to the point where it's like, okay, I'm stepping in. I and Jesus and my angels, we are stepping in and we are ending these shenanigans, because it is time for you to have something better. It is time to let go of this nonsense. It is time to let go of this being used, because you're being used. They don't love you. They're not pulling you in because they want to build a home. They're pulling you in because they need your help. They need your money.